In the easternmost part of Africa, a region of immense strategic and historical importance, the Horn of Africa dramatically juts into the Indian Ocean. This peninsula has been a vital crossroads for millennia, witnessing the ebb and flow of civilizations and cultures. And at its heart, nestled along that extensive coastline, lies Somalia, a nation with a story as deep and complex as the ocean that borders it. Its coastline, the longest on the African mainland, stretches for over 3,333 kilometers, a significant feature that has profoundly shaped its history and interactions with the wider world. This extensive coastline has long served as a gateway between Africa and Arabia, a crucial link facilitating the movement of goods, ideas, and people across the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. More than just a passage, it's been a bridge of trade and culture, fostering a rich exchange that has left an indelible mark on Somali society. The land itself is a tapestry of arid plains, vast and unforgiving, where survival depends on ingenuity and resilience. Interspersed with these plains are rugged mountains, rising dramatically from the landscape, offering refuge and resources to those who know their secrets. And cutting through the aridity are fertile river valleys, like the Scramble and Juba, lifelines that sustain agriculture and support dense populations. Each of these diverse environments has played a crucial role in shaping Somali life, influencing everything from economic activities to social structures. This strategic position at the nexus of Africa, Arabia, and the Indian Ocean placed Somalia at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, making it a coveted territory for empires and merchants alike. This confluence of maritime and overland routes connected Somalia to a vast network of global interests, from the spice trade to the exchange of precious metals and textiles. The Somali people, with their rich oral traditions, have preserved their history and culture through generations of storytelling and poetic expression. Their pastoralist heritage, deeply intertwined with the land and its resources, has fostered a spirit of independence and self-reliance. They have inhabited this region for thousands of years, adapting to its challenges and leaving their mark on its landscape and culture. Their story is one of adaptation, resilience in the face of adversity, and a unique cultural identity forged by poets who have long been the keepers of Somali history and tradition. Traders who connected Somalia to the world, sultans who governed with wisdom and strength, and nomads who roamed the land with their herds, embodying the spirit of freedom and self-sufficiency. The Indian Ocean has been a highway, not a barrier, facilitating the flow of people, goods, and ideas. Connecting Somalia to Arabia, across the Red Sea, Persia, with its rich cultural heritage, India, a land of ancient civilizations, and beyond to the far reaches of the known world. This constant exchange created a vibrant fusion of cultures, a melting pot of traditions and beliefs. This is a land where indigenous and external influences have blended seamlessly, creating something entirely unique. This cultural synthesis is visible in ancient cities, in the architecture, and in the very fabric of the language. To understand Somalia, to truly grasp its essence, we must look beyond modern headlines and the challenges of the present. We must explore its deep, ancient roots, the foundations upon which Somali society has been built. It's a history of connection, of resilience, and of an enduring culture that has weathered countless storms. By tracing its origins, by understanding its past, we see the foundations of a modern identity, shaped by centuries of interaction and adaptation. This is a story built on centuries of endurance, exchange, and a remarkable continuity that defines the Somali people. Our journey begins, a voyage back through the corridors of time. We find ourselves drawn to the legendary Land of Punt, a place shrouded in mystery and whispered about in ancient texts. This land was known to ancient Egypt as a source of unparalleled wealth and wonder, a land brimming with resources and exotic goods. For centuries, driven by the promise of riches and the allure of the unknown, Egypt's pharaohs sent grand expeditions to Punt, braving the seas in search of its treasures. This fabled land is now widely believed to be located in modern Somalia and its neighboring countries nestled within the Horn of Africa. The expeditions sought valuable commodities such as frankincense, with its fragrant resin, and myrrh, prized for its aromatic properties. They also desired gold, a symbol of power and prosperity, and exotic animals, creatures of wonder that captivated the Egyptian imagination. The Grand Temple of Queen Hatshepsut, a testament to her reign, features detailed reliefs. These reliefs vividly depict these exchanges between Egypt and Punt, offering a glimpse into the vibrant interactions of these ancient civilizations. They showcase Punt's unique houses, built with distinctive architectural styles, and its abundant resources, highlighting the land's natural wealth. The people of Punt were not merely passive recipients of trade, they were skilled mariners and traders in their own right. They expertly navigated the Red Sea and the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, mastering the maritime routes of their time. They were pioneers of seafaring, establishing trade networks and maritime connections long before many other civilizations ventured onto the open waters. Their societies were remarkably sophisticated, demonstrating advanced organizational skills and cultural richness. They were capable of organizing large-scale trade with Egypt, managing the logistics of these complex operations, and navigating intricate diplomatic interactions. This ancient commerce firmly established Somalia as a vital center of international exchange, a hub of trade and cultural interaction. This legacy of trade and cultural exchange continues to resonate in Somali identity, shaping its traditions and values. Even today, the trade in frankincense and myrrh persists, a testament to the enduring value of these ancient commodities. This ongoing trade serves as a direct and tangible link to those distant times, connecting the present to the rich history of the past. The Land of Punt, therefore, marks a foundational chapter in Somalia's long and storied history, a pivotal moment in its development. It represents a time when its people first stepped onto the world stage, engaging with other civilizations and leaving an indelible mark on the course of history. After Egypt's decline, the Somali Coast thrived as a hub of maritime commerce. City-states like Malau, Mundus and Mosilan emerged, bustling with merchants from across the world. The Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, a first-century mariner's guide, details the vibrant trade of the Somali Coast. These kingdoms exported frankincense, myrrh, spices, ivory and tortoise shells, importing cloth, pottery and iron from India and Rome. Archaeological finds at sites like Ras Harfun reveal sophisticated urban life and extensive trade links. The wealth from commerce fostered impressive architecture and a cosmopolitan culture, laying the groundwork for powerful sultanates. This era cemented the Somali identity as skilled traders and seafarers, open to new influences, yet rooted in tradition. The flourishing trade of these early kingdoms set the stage for the transformative arrival of a new faith. The arrival of Islam in the 7th century transformed Somali society. Early contact with Muslim traders and refugees from Arabia led to a peaceful, gradual adoption of Islam. Coastal cities like Mogadishu and Zayla became centers of Islamic learning, law and culture, connecting Somalia to the wider Muslim world. Islam unified diverse clans, blending with Somali customary law to create a unique social fabric. This deep-rooted faith became a cornerstone of Somali identity, shaping its future and resilience. With Islam firmly established, Somalia entered a golden age marked by powerful sultanates. The Sultanate of Mogadishu and the Adal Sultanate dominated trade and politics, their cities renowned for wealth and culture. Leaders like Imam Ahmad Gurey led campaigns that reshaped the region, while cities flourished with grand mosques and palaces. These sultanates minted their own coins, maintained diplomatic ties as far as China, and fostered a vibrant tradition of poetry and scholarship. This era left a legacy of unity, power and cultural achievement that continues to inspire Somalis today. The memory of this golden age remains a source of national pride and aspiration. The late 19th century witnessed a seismic shift across the African continent, a period historians often refer to as the Scramble for Africa. European powers, driven by economic ambitions and strategic rivalries, aggressively sought to claim territories and establish colonies. And as the European powers cast their covetous eyes on the Horn of Africa, Somalia, with its strategic location and resources, was unfortunately not spared from this partitioning. Britain, seeking to secure its trade routes and expand its empire, carved out a significant portion of Somali territory. Italy, eager to establish its own colonial presence in Africa, also laid claim to a substantial area, establishing what became known as Italian Somaliland. And France, not wanting to be left out of the scramble, secured a foothold as well, establishing French Somaliland, which later became Djibouti. The colonial powers, in their relentless pursuit of territorial gains, paid little heed to the existing social and cultural structures of the Somali people. Colonial borders were arbitrarily drawn, completely ignoring the deep-rooted sense of Somali unity and shared heritage. This resulted in the fragmentation of the Somali people, dividing them among British Somaliland, Italian Somaliland, French Somaliland, and the Ethiopian-ruled Ogaden region, further exacerbating the divisions. However, the Somali people, with their fierce sense of independence and cultural pride, did not passively accept foreign domination. They fiercely resisted foreign rule, most notably under the leadership of Sayyid Mohammed Abdullah Hassan, a charismatic religious and nationalist leader, and his dervish movement, which waged a protracted and valiant struggle against the colonial powers. Despite heroic resistance and facing technologically superior forces, colonial powers ultimately managed to impose new systems of governance, legal codes, and economic structures that were primarily designed to serve their own interests and facilitate the exploitation of Somali resources. While infrastructure development and Western education were introduced, often with the aim of training a local workforce to serve the colonial administration, it came at the cost of political freedom, economic self-sufficiency, and the erosion of traditional Somali ways of life. These artificial borders, imposed without regard for the Somali people's wishes, sowed deep grievances and laid the foundation for future conflicts and instability in the region. Yet paradoxically, the shared experience of division and foreign rule also fueled a powerful desire for unity, self-determination, and independence among the Somali people. The colonial era, with all its injustices and disruptions, profoundly fractured Somali society, leaving a legacy of division and resentment. But it also inadvertently strengthened the dream of a unified nation, free from foreign interference and able to chart its own course. The long and arduous struggle against foreign domination became a defining chapter in Somali history, shaping the national identity and inspiring future generations. The seeds of modern Somali nationalism, with its aspirations for unity, independence, and self-governance, were sown in this era of division, resistance, and the yearning for a better future. After World War II, Somali nationalism surged, driven by the dream of uniting all Somali inhabited lands. The Somali Youth League led the push for independence and unity. Italian Somaliland became a UN trust territory, while British Somaliland moved toward independence. In June 1960, British Somaliland gained independence, followed days later by Italian Somaliland. On July 1, 1960, the two united to form the Somali Republic, a rare voluntary union in Africa. The new flag's white star symbolized the 5 Somali regions, embodying the dream of ultimate unification. Early years were filled with hope as a multi-party democracy took shape and Somalia joined the world stage. The birth of the Somali Republic was a remarkable achievement, rooted in shared identity and history. The first decade of the Somali Republic brought democratic experimentation, but also immense challenges. Merging British and Italian legacies proved difficult, and the dream of Greater Somalia led to border tensions with Ethiopia and Kenya. In 1969, a military coup led by Siad Barre ended democracy, ushering in a regime of scientific socialism. Barre's government nationalized industries, promoted literacy, and standardized the Somali language, bringing some stability. However, his rule grew increasingly authoritarian, and the failed Ogaden War against Ethiopia devastated the nation. Armed opposition movements rose, and the regime responded with violence, fracturing the country further. By the late 1980s, Somalia was descending into civil war. Barre's overthrow in 1991 left a power vacuum, leading to state collapse and prolonged conflict. The optimism of independence gave way to tragedy, but the Somali spirit endured. Somalia's history is a testament to endurance and adaptation. From the Land of Punt To the golden age of sultanates, Somalis have thrived at the crossroads of continents. Colonial division was a deep wound, but it ignited a powerful desire for unity and self-determination. The dream of independence and the struggle for unity shaped the Somali Republic. Decades of turmoil and civil war do not define Somalia's spirit. Today, Somalis at home and abroad work to rebuild, drawing on a legacy of resilience and cultural pride. The story of Somalia is far richer than headlines suggest, a vital chapter in the human story deserving of deeper understanding.